Hello and thank you for joining us from our studios in Israel. I'm Aaron Porras here with ILTV's Morning Briefing. The IDF neutralized 2 Palestinian suspects Monday night who reportedly threw explosives at soldiers by the Jalame security crossing near Jenin. No soldiers or civilians were injured in the incident, but according to the army, soldiers responded with live fire, killing one and seriously wounding the other. The elder suspect, who was killed by a shot to the head, has been identified as 19-year-old Abed Alatawalbe, while the other, an unidentified 15-year-old, was shot in the buttocks. He's since been transferred to the hospital for treatment, but that hasn't been the only such incident in recent days, and the IDF was busy elsewhere in the West Bank as well. At least 25 Palestinian suspects across the West Bank were detained overnight Monday, all for alleged involvement in terrorism and violent acts. Additionally, among the arrests was Suher Barghouti of Khobar near Ramallah, the mother of Salih and Asim Barghouti, who are alleged to have committed multiple terror attacks resulting in several deaths. The army also announced the demolition of the Barghoutis' home, along with plans to demolish an apartment Salih had been using in the near future. The family will have 3 days now to appeal the demolition order on the apartment, but it's unlikely to be accepted as the courts have already rejected the appeal over Suher Barghoutis' house. Further, the Barghoutis have a long family history with the Hamas terror group, and Asim had already been imprisoned for 11 years on terror-related charges. He was released in 2017, though, only to later commit these latest attacks with his brother. The two first shot up an Ofra settlement bus stop, injuring 7 and causing the death of an emergency-born infant. Asim later fired at another stop near Givat Asaf, killing 2 soldiers, Sergeant Yosef Cohen and Staff Sergeant Yovel Mor Yosef. He also injured 2 other people. Salih has since been killed while evading capture, though, and Asim was arrested ahead of another planned attack. He was detained with an assault rifle, ammunition, night vision technology, and more. The Likud party primaries are today, meaning that 113 polling stations across the country will now be buzzing as 142 candidates scramble to make the top 30 list. And luckily for them, 120,000 Israelis are registered to vote in the Likud primary elections, and they each get to choose 12 candidates for their potential Knesset list. Then the final list for each party that will run in the elections in April will have to be submitted to the Knesset by February 21st. Some of the current party list is safe, though, including, of course, Prime Minister Netanyahu and a few candidates of his choice. But that still means that up to a dozen incumbent Likud Knesset members could lose their spots by the end of the month. And despite Netanyahu's immunity in the primaries, he hasn't been off the campaign trail. The Prime Minister has been hard at work convincing his electorate to vote his selections into the top spots. Additionally, Netanyahu's still been campaigning for himself and for the Likud as a whole ahead of the national vote, including by putting up a set of massive billboards in Jerusalem and in Tel Aviv, showing himself shaking hands with United States President Donald Trump. The caption on the billboard reads, "Netanyahu in another league," intimating that by being so close with the President of the United States and other world leaders, Netanyahu is the only logical choice as Israel's leader. Many in Israel who look at Trump favorably for his policies on Jerusalem and the Palestinian territories responded well too.
I think it's excellent. It really gives a message that Netanyahu is really in a bigger league. He can speak with all major leaders from the world, and it's a good thing to tell the people of Israel to vote for him, because he's a leader that can get stuff done with leaders in the world.
Netanyahu has done a lot, and he's worked very, very well with Trump, and Trump supports him. Trump constantly shows his support for Netanyahu. He's not just using it for his own political. He's showing how much they work together and how much they accomplish for the people of Israel.
Meanwhile, a poll published Monday seems to indicate that a week since officially launching, Benny Gantz's Israel Resilience Party is still a major threat to the Prime Minister's Likud. In fact, he's polling in second place with 22 seats to the Likud's 30, which, for comparison, Yair Lapid's Yesh Atid party is in third, trailing way behind with just 9 Knesset mandates. However, with the Likud taking 30 seats, it's poised to reform largely the same coalition it had before the current one was dissolved. Though that being said, there's still plenty of time for everything to change, as Gantz has steadily been gaining in popularity. Also, since launching, he's already merged with former Defense Minister Yalon's new Telem party, adding both to his political strength in the polls as well as to his perceived centrist policies. Other mergers, like with the Yesh Atid party, could further this. In response, the new Right Party chief, Naftali Bennett, formerly of the Jewish Home, is reportedly looking to unite right-wing parties and secure a stronger bloc in the parliament, though nothing has yet come of this. And as for the Labour Party, Avi Gabay also made mention of surprises and party mergers ahead of the elections, hinting that his embattled opposition party will still make a comeback after splitting up the Zionist Union. But Gabay has largely been discounted by the public.
That's all for now, so remember to follow us on Facebook at Israel English News and on Twitter at ILTV News. I'm Aaron Porras, and see you later with our main daily broadcast.